Hare Krishna. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshur Unmilitan Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Mukhaṁ Karati Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Jat Kripatamaham Vande Siddham Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanyam Isaram. So, I met with my Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Srirup Bhagavat Goswami Acaryapad in 1989. I was young at that time.
1989.
89. Yes. And he was Acharya of Bhagavad Gaudiya Mission at that time. And during one of our meeting, he used to accept Guru Puja in the morning and evening. Not only him, actually it is a system of Gaudiya Mission to worship the present Acharya and of course previous Acharya also every morning and evening. So in one morning, just when I met him first, maybe I don't remember, after 2-3 days after the Guru Puja, we were sitting and he used to give Hari Katha after Guru Puja. So I was sitting, I remember I was sitting just left side of the door, and many sannyasis were there, big sannyasis, secretary of the mission, everyone. So seeing a young boy and studying in school, he asked me, what do you want here? I said, I want to go back to Golok Vrindavan, and everyone started to laugh because I was 14 years old at that time, and 14 years old boy saying I want to go back to Golok Vrindavan, and so many aged sannyasis are there. I don't know the meaning of Golok Vrindavan, what kind of sadhana I should do, and nothing I knew about. But yes, I know that Golok Vrindavan is something different from this world. It is not this mortal world. So that was my first interaction with him. Then after few days, it was in Kartik in 1989. It was in Kartik when I joined Bhagavad Gaudiya Mission. And then after 15 days, he gave me Harinam Diksha, and then at the day of Rasha Purnima, the end of Kartik, he gave me Brahman Diksha. Finally, I got my sannyas on the day of Rasa Purnima, just 2 years. So it is linked, it is not like something has happened automatically by chance. No. I can see everything in my life spiritually, whatever has happened, it is by the plan of Krishna. So that was our first meeting with my Gurudev, and then after giving me Harinam, he was very compassionate with me. He was he used to call me, ask me to sit just in front of him because I was very young, and if there was no space to sit in front, he used to ask other people to give side and keep me closer. Like that it went on for many months, and then I went to Jagannath Puri to serve in the Chatak Parva, and then yes.
It sounds like you were his darling disciple because you were so young, or there were many young people.
No, there was. It was only me young at that time.
So
in those days.
So you got all his paternal affection.
Yes.
Very lucky.
And I remember all those days he was teaching mainly the two pastimes of Krishna. One is Srishti Lila and one is Chinmay Lila. He was clarifying every day. He was teaching in this, emphasizing on these two pastimes of Krishna or Vishnu, how Krishna expand himself into Narayan, Mahavishnu, then Karanadashai Vishnu, Garbhodashai Vishnu, Kshiradashai Vishnu, Narayan, so many avatars. They are in Chinmay and Chinmay Jagat, in the eternal abode of Krishna. And then there is illusory energy of Krishna, which is called Maya, external potency, and this material world, and how this material world is created, how our senses are created, how the object of the senses are created, and like that. Every day, morning time, he used to give class after his Guru Puja. So it was really amazing days, but I didn't get much association. 3-4 months, up to March, from Kartik to March. Then after that, I was sent to Chatak Parvat in Puri.
Why?
They needed someone to serve in Chatak Parvat, near to Tota Gopinath. At that time, the secretary of Bhagavad Gaudiya was Goswami Maharaj, but he was very old. Nyashi Maharaj was doing all the seva. Nyashi Maharaj decided that I should go to Jagannath Puri. Anyway, but after that, I didn't get to speak with Srila Gurudev that closely. And within 1 or 2 years, when I was in Jagannath Puri, he left his body in Mumbai. So he went to inaugurate a temple in Mumbai, and he was having huge program. After the installation of the deity, he departed from this world. So yes, just 4 or 5 months I got his association.
Privileged association.
Yeah. And
did he also tell many Radha Krishna or confidential Vrindavan Leelas, or he was speaking mainly on philosophy?
He was speaking mainly on philosophy, no confidential leelas. Mainly on philosophies. Yes. At last, when I I was coming to Jagannath Puri, he caught hold of my hand. He said, promise me that you will preach the message of my Bhakti Vinod Thakur in many places. Promise me. And then I said, yes, I will do it.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
So that was his last instruction on me.
Last personal instruction.
Last personal instruction.
He never came to Puri after you went to Chatak Parvat?
No, he never came to Puri.
Because he was already quite elderly.
Yes.
But he went to Mumbai for the temple opening.
Yeah.
What more you know about him? Is there a life biography about him?
Yeah.
There is?
There is.
Who wrote it?
Harijan Maharaj from Bhagavad Gaudiya Mission.
So did you read that?
Also, Bodhaya Maharaj also wrote biography of my Gurudev. But he wrote biography of all the disciples of Bhakti.
No, I mean biography really like a book.
Yeah, they have in Gaudiya Math, but not his biography. It contains biography of many acharyas.
Where was he born? In Bangladesh?
He was born in Bangladesh, and in the village Rudughara. Rududhara, I think it is in Khulna district. I think
Khulna,
so. Yeah.
where Pulimaj also come from.
Yeah, okay.
Where, when did he meet his Gurudev? Did he ever tell you?
Yeah, he met his Gurudev Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada in the year 1935. Most probably in the month of April. He met with his Gurudev. And the first time when Prabhupada, Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada went to his village, right at that time he was not in his village, he went somewhere else. But Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj mercifully kept the dust of his lotus feet on that village to bring a saintly person from that village. Anyway, but when he reached the village, some people told him that one saintly person had come. He said, it was my misfortune that I couldn't meet him. Anyway, he then after that, I think first time he met with his Gurudev in Gaya. When he came to Gaya, he came from Bangladesh, that was India at that time. He came to Gaya for some work, I don't know for what, but he was teaching at that time in Gaya. And
your Gurudev was a teacher in Gaya?
Yeah, he was not a school teacher, but he was teaching privately. He was doing this profession in Gaya. And at that time,
he was a Naishtika Brahmachari?
He was Naishtika Brahmachari. And when he came to...
Anything you know about his parents?
Not much. He was born in Kayastha family. That's what most of our Acharya in Gaudiya Vaishnava, even Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada, is born in Kayastha family.
Let me ask you a question. As much as you have seen, how many Gaudiya sannyasis relate to Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada with a joyful heart? Like, oh, how wonderful. Whether they call him Prabhupada or Swami Maharaj, that's not the point. But how many of them you feel there, wow, this, what Swami Maharaj did, oh, that is the most amazing, and we are so thankful. How much percentage you find that energy?
If it is not Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj disciple, then mostly people they don't appreciate, because it is, of course I cannot commit offense, but it is a kind of jealousy, because people think that someone is doing better than me or my Gurudev and I have to appreciate. Something comes, me and mine, why, which the parampara in which I am coming, or I couldn't do that. So, Bhaktivedanta. But yes, of course, I asked my Guru Maharaj particularly about Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. I asked him what vision, what is his idea. He said, Abhayda, what he has done is great. Because I was preached by ISKCON devotees, and then I was searching for a sannyasi or guru who could be godbrother of Srila Prabhupada. So,
because Prabhupada was gone already.
Yeah. So in that way, I went to Bagbazar Gaudiya Math, and I was very much attached with ISKCON even in those days also, because I was preached by ISKCON devotees. So therefore I asked my Gurudeva that how he sees Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. He said, whatever Abhayda has done is a great job.
Yeah, I agree with you that there's a tendency of fear of acknowledging the greatness of Prabhupada, that it may put their own mission as secondary or something, a little down. And because of that jealousy, they have a hard time to be exuberant in their appreciation. And even Prabhupada's godbrothers may have had that same kind of reluctance to a certain degree.
Yeah.
So it's natural.
To appreciate someone, actually it needs a big heart. Unless one has a big heart, he cannot appreciate others.
But every Gaudiya Vaishnava has a big heart.
To some extent.
Maybe something else is there. I think my theory is that for some reason Mahaprabhu does not want anybody to take the outstanding credit, because then it will be less important to see the current guru with its full importance.
Yeah.
If you say, oh, like if Prabhupada would be like some kind of Jesus Christ, then all the priests are not important. We only care about Jesus.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why Krishna made it in such a way that
Exactly.
we know about Prabhupada, we know about his work, everybody knows, it's undeniable, but yes, he's one of us.
Yes.
And that's about it.
Same.
So if Krishna didn't want to stand out too much, he may have made that arrangement. Because even amongst the disciples of Prabhupada, I mean, how many of them outstandingly glorify Prabhupada? Let's look at it. Jayapataka Maharaj is very famous as Jayapataka Maharaj. Radhanath Swami very famous as Radhanath Swami. Gopal Krishna Maharaj very famous as Gopal Krishna Maharaj. Lokanath Goswami very famous as Lokanath Goswami. Indradyumna Maharaj is very famous as Indradyumna Maharaj. Of course, they cannot be separated from Prabhupada because they will always speak about Prabhupada. But when people talk about them, they're not talking about Prabhupada, they're talking about them. They're talking about the mission of this one and that one and this one and that one. Like in Mumbai, we have two ISKCONs. We have the Radhanath Swami ISKCON in Gopinath, something, and then we have the ISKCON.
Chowpatty.
Yeah, we have Chowpatty, and then we have the
Mira Road.
Mira Road. And there's more.
Yeah.
So each temple is more or less represented as, oh, that's Radha Maharaj's temple. Don't they say that?
Yes.
Huh?
They say as a zone.
Yes. And the new Govardhan, this is Radha Maharaj's project.
Yeah.
So we have more emphasis to the individual than to the institution. And nobody will say, Govardhan village, oh, that's the project of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Nobody will say that. They will also not say it's the project of Prabhupada. So in this sense, I think we have to understand that for some practical reason, the emphasis is put on the local acharyas. Makes sense, no? Because if we just attribute it to jealousy and envy, that in a way puts everybody down. But they're all great souls, they're all preachers. Krishna Shakti Vilana Hetara Pravartan. They're all empowered preachers, otherwise they could not have done what they are doing. And there's people like Vaisheshek. You know Vaisheshek?
Vaishashiki.
No, not Vaishashiki, no, not the singer.
Vaishashiki is different. I know.
Vaisheshek,
He's
book distributor.
Grihastha.
He's a guru, he's a
Yeah, guru, and he's a Grihastha.
Yeah, and he's very powerful.
I know.
People like him very much, and Buri Chan, and they're not sannyasis, but they have their full movement inside ISKCON.
His name is Vayasaki.
No, that's the singer.
The singer is Vaisaki.
No,
One is Vaishashiki
and
and
one
one is...
is Vaisheshek. Vaisheshek is the book distributor.
Yes.
He's always preaching in Govardhan in the Kartik.
Yeah, I know. And he and Keshav Bharati Maharaj, they are two friends. You know Keshav Bharati Maharaj?
Yes.
They are two friends.
So, in this way we can understand that all are great devotees. ISKCON Acharyas are great devotees, Gaudiya Mata Acharyas are great devotees. And that is what we are preaching in Vishwa Vaishnava Rajshala. We are not saying that Bhaktivedanta Swami is more important than Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati or Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Each one has its position. Each one shines in his own light.
Yeah.
And the Karmi world, well, Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada is the most famous in the Karmi world in India, but in Delhi, who's more famous than Prabhupada is Gopal Krishna, because he opened all those temples.
Yeah.
Huh?
17 temples, can you imagine? 17 temples.
It is unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Only in Delhi.
And what temples? Huge temples.
Huge temple.
Each temple is a world. Very true. My complaint about ISKCON is that they are not having one strong organization for protecting the Dham. They should have a very strong voice and a strong position with the government. Hey, let's fix this Yamuna front. It's not possible. We cannot have Prabhupada's Vrindavan and Krishna's Vrindavan with such a messy front. Maybe things will happen anyway. We will also help, but ISKCON is so powerful, they could do so much. So much. And I tried. I spoke to Lokanath Goswami. I spoke to Gopal Krishna Maharaj also. But they were too busy with their own things. With their own beautiful things. And their own beautiful things, that was their beautiful services to Prabhupada. Not personal, private. Anyway, what more to say about Bhakti Srirup? Bhagavat Maharaj, last words. Did he write books?
No, I never heard he wrote books, but some of his Hari Kathas are recorded, and yeah, among all his teachings...
In English, nothing, no?
No. Practically, I never seen him speak in English.
I spoke with him in English.
Acha?
Yes. When I first time went to Bhagavad Gaudiya Math, he was the Acharya.
Yeah.
I don't remember what year, but it was...
He became Acharya in 1982.
Yes. So it must have been almost in the same year. Because 84, I started Vrinda.
He should speak English because in those days he was graduate. And in those days graduation cannot be done other than English language.
I remember he had glasses.
Yeah.
I remember he was looking at me with great eyes. Oh, you're from Bhaktivedanta Swami. And Yeah, then he talked to us a few minutes, but I can't recollect what he said in that day. I was a little scared. Here I'm with Acaryapad and like that, no? I didn't know any of the history of Acaryapad, and so. So I guess we have contributed tonight with a little bit of food for thought and also a testimony, because life and contribution of Bhakti Srirup Bhagavat Maharaj is not much available about
Not
him.
much available.
How many disciples he initiated?
I don't know, I cannot say.
Quite a few, because at that time he would initiate everybody.
But not less than 10,000. More than 10,000.
Look at that. So 10,000 out, preachers out into the world. Thank you very much, Maharaj. All glories to Bhakti Srirup Bhagavat Maharaj. All glories to Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. All glories to Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada. All glories, Bhakti Rakshidadeva Goswami Maharaj. First class of Vishwa Vaishnava Raj Sabha after this Kartik in Yamuna Kunja ki Jai. Hari Bol.
Jai, Hari Bol.